PSA Reloaded, man. It's your boy 3-Letter Man. Subscribe to the channel, man. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Y'all see where to follow your boy at. Hit the like button also. I appreciate that. Y'all see the title of this one, man. Let's talk about it, man. So, Jim Jones, a.k.a. Capo Status. You know, the guy who him and his team co-signed Tekashi 6ix9ine and everything? Right. So, Jim was on The Breakfast Club, and he had a lot to say in a lot. And before I get into the Jim Jones and Pusha T conversation, Jim, can you make it that obvious that you really don't like the fact that Cam and Mace have squashed whatever thing they had going on and they're cool? Because respectfully, Jim, if you know, you know. My Pusha T voice. If you know, you know. Before Jim and Cam, it was Mace and Cam. Let's never get that twisted. It was Mace and Cam. I like the show that they doing. Yes, I would say this. I'm still baffled at the fact that Cam, who went toe-to-toe with 50 Cent, Jay-Z, and Nas in a war of words, but they lose to Mace with the Oracle song. I just don't understand it. But they put that to the side. I love the sports show that they did. And Jim, you try to make it sound like you was joking. No, sir. You seem a little bit salty, bruh. You did. I don't know. You other man's show is aight and all that, but all right, it is what it is. And before I get into that, this is why I say it makes me wonder, how deep is this Dipset movement still? There's no movement. Look. Sorry, J.R. Ryder. Sorry, Hell 40 Cal. Luca Brasi, Shice Bob, whoever you want to call out there. What's other offsprings they had? Shells and Penn and who else? Jewels, Freaky Zeke with 730. Who else? Hey, Mafia. Slow with them people, man. Dipset ain't been Dipset in a minute. I mean, I go back to when Cameron and 50 was going at it on Hot 97. 50 Cent does a show, and then Jim Jones and Jewels joins 50 after the back and forth between Cam and 50. That was nasty work. That was nasty work. Then Cam goes on Instagram Live and does a whole show getting at Jim. Another double scoop of nasty work inside the Dipset camp. And when you start going to, let's be real. When Jewel started doing, what that corny ass crew Jewel's had? Was it Skull Gang? Skull Gang, get out of here with that Skull Gang blood crap. Jimmy had with Bird Gang, even though Stack Bundles and Max P, I'm always salute, R.I.P. Stack Bundles, Squad and all that. But that's why we go back to the verses with Dipset and the Locks. There was no continuity, no chemistry within the Dipset camp. I don't even think they knew it. I don't even think Cam and Jewels knows Jim Jones songs like that. So, you know, now, the Pusha T conversation between Charlamagne, DJ Envy, and Jim Jones was interesting because obviously that conversation had to push. Charlamagne and Envy have to bring it up in the conversation. You have Jim Jones there live in the studio. He's been known to say some wild stuff. I'm glad they spoke about it. Now, Charlamagne made a joke to Jim Jones indicating that, you know, did you get a call from Pusha T? And you have to know that Charlamagne is saying that in a jokeful manner. But what Jim Jones did was, Jim, your energy is weird towards Pusha though, B. It's really weird. It almost seems like it's a tad bit personal, behind all that kiki jokes you making and everything, bro. It's weird. Your energy towards him is really, it's funny style. You slurping up Drake because they invited you to a show in Harlem, in Apollo? You going crazy. Fam, you want a Drake verse that badly? That you bringing up Drake the way you bringing up Drake? And Jim Jones, respectfully, sorry, dog. I would never in life put Drake over Hov. Are you kidding me? No. We're not doing that at all. He didn't write his bars. What you talking about? Drake ain't even got albums better than Hov. Are you kidding me, dog? Knock it off. Back to the Pusha T conversation, man. The conversation, obviously, we know that Jim Jones said that Pusha T is not a top 50 rapper. Here you go, Jim, with the, oh, I'm not the guy, phone you want to call, and da-da-da-da-da. What are you trying to be tough guy for, dog? Relax, Jim. Ain't that serious? You the one talking crazy. Your energy is wild. And it's like I'm saying, your energy is crazy because on top of that, you're trying to sound like a tough guy on top of that. Then some of y'all would say, oh, Pusha shouldn't fall into the bait. He shouldn't respond. Why not? The man is calling his name out. Don't tell me, I don't want to hear this hip hop. When did y'all start getting soft out there? Oh, he should respond to Jim Jones. Jim ain't nobody to respond to. Well, here's the thing. Okay, fine. Stop saying his name then, bro. Because Jim, respectfully, you are not battle tested. You not battle tested. Pusha T is. We saw him in Lil Wayne. We saw him in Drake. You not battle tested, bro. What, because you made frenemies one time? You coming at little sneak shots at Cameron and frenemies and all that stuff, song you had? That wasn't a diss track. So it's like, your energy's weird. And sorry, Jim Jones, people can name 5 Pusha T songs that they know verbatim. Weren't you the same one saying that, oh, he the last 2, he was nominated for a Grammy? You can't be nominated for a Grammy if people don't know your music, Jim. You sound stupid. And shout out to Charlamagne, who I don't agree with a lot, but I'm glad Charlamagne was able to name some songs to you. You act like you're not in the know. Nostalgia, Drug Dealers Anonymous, Me, Mr. 2. If you know, you know, and a slew other clips verses. Like, and sorry, I got Daytona better than your last couple projects. The only album that you have, Jim, on your discography that is fire to me is the Poem album. Down Your Mad Summer is cool, but the other joints is alright. Wasted Talent is alright. It's okay. And Jim, respectfully, dog, you're from New York. Not everyone from outside of New York City is rocking with you like that, bro. I live in the South. I'm telling you this. Talking about what Jim told on Charlamagne, I didn't know he had fans. And y'all telling me Pusha T should not respond to this man after he's taking sneak shots at that he don't got any fans. Fam, you. And the funny thing about it, Jim Jones, you claim to be some street dude, some Sue Woo and all that. Ain't you a blood or whatever? Tired y'all. I hate this damn gang culture crap. Don't you co-sign the Bloods and all that? Ain't you One Eye Willie and all that stuff you should do with your hand and all that crap? So I would think with that, you would push more towards Pusha's music more than the light-skinned, I'll be sure, the light-skinned Keith Sweat of hip-hop. And Drake. And I'm sorry, lyrically, Drake is not better than Pusha T. I'm sorry to tell you that, Jim. You naming off KRS-One and all these other guys, you bugging. Hey, the slurping of Drake is crazy to me, bro. Because the man brought you on stage is weird, bro. Like, hey, and you keep going into people. Do people want to dress like Pusha T? Do the girls want him? Fam, I didn't like rappers because girls like them. I didn't like LL Cool J because he said LL Cool J stands for Ladies Love Cool James. I like LL because of music. I didn't like LL because girls liked him. What kind of bati man talk that? Hey, and sorry, but Jim Jones, a lot of rappers you talked about, I didn't want to dress like KRS-One. Yes, I wear Adidas because of Run DMC and Dookie chains because of them and all that. And a Kango because of Run DMC, because of LL and Kango killing them from UTFO. But I didn't want Bally's because of Slick Rick and them. But I didn't want to dress like Guru. I didn't want to dress like Hov before Rockaway came out. I didn't want to dress like Nas. I like the bars. So with all this, even though Pusha, man, I did not like that outfit you had on at that thing the other day, bro. I'm sorry, that was nasty work. I'm going to keep it tall. Jim say he never, here's where it gets real nasty to me. And Jim, you lose all credibility in terms when you talk about Pusha T. You said, and I quote, I never listened to a Pusha T album. Let me slow that down again for y'all and put it in subtitles. This man said on the Breakfast Club, I've never listened to a Pusha T project solo album. So if that's the case, how could you even speak? Didn't we get at Melly Mel a couple weeks ago because he said he never listened to a Kendrick Lamar album, but you out here talking about, you're here to critique people? You can't critique no one if you're not playing their music. Where they do that at? Where do they do that at, bro? That you sit on some high horse, but you never listen to man's projects. You sound dumb. You shouldn't even talk about Pusha at all. And Charlamagne and Envy, we know Envy's hip-hop card has been trashed for years. But Charlamagne, I'm surprised you didn't give him pushback on that. Hey. Talking about, I never wanted to be Pusha T. You never wanted to be Pusha T. Ain't y'all the same age? What are you talking about you want to be Pusha T? Ain't you 40-something years old too, Jim? What you talking about? Talking about some, can people name 5 songs? Jim, evidently Jewels and Cam don't know none of your music also, brother. What we doing? You think Cam knows 5 songs from you like that? Hey. Jim, you became a blood when you got famous. What are you talking about? Hey. Ask Drake. Since you celebrating Drake so much, Jim, ask Drake about Pusha T. Why don't you ask him about that? So you acting all shocked that people in the room know Pusha T music because you don't know it? That's your business, brethren. That ain't got to do with nobody else. You sound stupid. And Pusha T, let me say this right now. I'm going to say it right now here. Fam, don't let no one tell you he's not worth it. Sometimes, what he said? Oh, my phone is smoke detector or blood clot form. Pusha T, I'm going to be disappointed in you if you do not go to the booth and air this. I'm sorry. If you don't got bars for this man. This man been playing with your name. And sorry, y'all, Jim Jones is still popular, regardless of whether he's still out here. Even though that stupid ass, now he want to be a lobby boy now. Like, nigga, you're not a lobby. Shut up. The last time you been in a lobby, knock it off. Not no damn lobby boy. Get out of here. You live in Jersey somewhere in the suburbs. You're a lobby boy. Get out of here. You're not you're in a Tab Project. Get out of here with that. And if you in Tab Project, shame on you. That 40 years old children in the project like you some young boy. Pusha, I'm going to need you to get in the lab, sir. Yes. I want Pusha T to go to the lab and drop some bars. Facts. I don't want anybody, you're not going to get no points because it's Jim Jones. Knock that. This is hip-hop. It's your boy 3.